Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, please hit the subscribe button, and I'm very sure that at some point you're gonna like me, definitely, but I would love you from the very beginning, of course, why not? And I'm gonna appreciate you too. So, but to my old subscribers, I'm always very grateful that you come back to watch my videos. I appreciate you guys a lot. So today's video is actually a request from my friend Emma. He's a YouTuber, a Cameroonian YouTuber, one of our biggest, based in Cameroon that I know. And you guys should check out his channel. He's very informative. It's very informative over there. You're gonna like it. So please, I'm gonna leave a link to his channel down below. But this idea had been at the top of my head too, but I was just like, you know. But now I feel like these are the kind of videos that I want to make, because oh my god, for a long time I won't be doing makeup videos. I know that this channel started on makeup, but for some time I won't be doing makeup videos. So let me just put it out there for you guys. For personal reasons, I won't be doing makeup videos because I feel like I won't even have the time. And yeah, for now, let's just ride with the talkie videos and sharing ideas. I have so many things to share with you guys, and so many things to inform you guys about life out here, my experiences out here, which I feel like are very necessary. So yeah, let's just get into the video. I'll be talking about the things that I like about Finland in this video, and depending on how long the video is, I might talk about the things that I hate about Finland, because I also have things I hate about Finland. So these are the things that that should make you want to come to Finland. And I'm not going to start by telling you things like, oh, the country is clean, the country has beautiful nature. Of course, those things will come maybe at the end. Now I'm going to tell you about things that are actually relatable. I'm going to tell you from the standpoint of a foreigner. I'm going to tell you from the standpoint of somebody who's out here to hustle and make money and be rich and take care of things back home. I'm going to tell you from the from the viewpoint of somebody who has seen almost everything out here, if I can say so myself. Yes, so yeah, I'm gonna be telling you guys because I want you to really relate, and I feel like these points will be very relatable to anyone who is planning to come here, whether as a student, whether to come here as an asylum seeker, whether to come here as a tourist. I feel like everyone should have a point or a reason from this video. So I'm gonna start. If you are coming to Finland, this is something that should really entice you. If you're coming here, first of all, as a student, I'm going to tell you that it's a good thing, because through a student or through your student document, you can actually change, or, you know, you can actually change what's the word? I'm looking for that word. Transition. You know, you can actually transition from a student document to a permit or residence permit here in Finland, and you can do that through acquiring a job. Here, the law here is that if you are a student and you finish your program and you get a job, no matter whatever job it is, if it is an odd job or whatever job it is out here, you have a full contract with full hours. I'm talking about 40 hours a week. You have the right to take that contract to the unemployment office and then to the immigration office, where you'll be offered a year of residence permit here, and then after that, when that 1 year expires, you'll be given 4 years. So that's something that is very good, because in other countries in Europe, you don't have that opportunity. Other countries like Belgium, I don't think you have that opportunity. You can be there as a student when you're done with your program. Once you're done with your program, start going back to your house. Just start going back to your house, or you start looking for a way to get married or give birth to a child, you know, just for another way to get documents. So here in Finland, that is something that is super cool, especially for us foreigners. Yes. Secondly, I'm going to tell you about coming here as an asylum seeker, why I feel like Finland is good, why I like Finland, and why I like the law as far as asylum seekers or refugees are concerned. You can come here as an asylum seeker and actually successfully have your documents. I'm not saying that it's a must. This particular point fully depends on what is chasing you out of your country, the story you tell the people, the evidence you have, and how unsafe you are if you are sent back to your country. If you are able to prove everything to them, then be rest assured that you will be given your documents. And the good thing about being an asylum seeker here is that when you are offered a document, as an asylum seeker, you have the same rights as a Finnish citizen. You are given a house which is paid for you. You are sent to school for integration. You learn the language. Then after learning the language, you choose any professional thing that you want to do, and you do it for free. You're giving everything in school for free. And yeah, you get a job. You know, they start your life for you. The social system, as far as refugees are concerned here, is very, very, very good. That I can assure you. But I feel like this particular point, I'll have to make a whole different video to give you guys details. And if you want to know more about this point, just let me know down below, because I get asked about this particular topic a lot, but I just have made up my mind not to talk about it. I just feel like it's not time for me to talk about it. But if you guys want me to talk about it, maybe I will. And the next thing is, I'm going to tell you the education system in Finland. If you are coming as a foreigner here, of course you will be expected to pay your fees. Before, education even for foreigners was free, but recently they changed it and you have to pay some money. And I don't think it's small money, but it's not as big as the ones in America and the UK. No, you have to pay, maybe depending on your program, maybe 3,000 euros or 4,000 euros, which I know is really, really much. But compared to other countries, Europe, America, you see that it's okay, it's quite okay. So yeah, schooling here, if you are a Finnish citizen or if you have your residence permit, going to school here is free. I have gone to school in this country. I remember the first day going to school, I went just with my backpack and I was given from the pen to your eraser, to your iPad, to your books, to textbooks and all the good stuff. Everything has been paid for. You are not required to pay anything. If you have a field trip, it's been paid for. You don't pay for anything. So education here is super good. And that's why Finland has one of the best education systems in the whole world. And I'm going to tell you why. I have worked before in a school, like in a primary school, which is basically what we call here peruskoulu. And I was actually doing my work practice at one point in the primary school as a teacher's assistant in class. And I'm going to tell you this. The education system here is in a way that there is no smart student and there is no stupid student, or there's no less than smart student. Nobody is too smart and nobody is too dull. You know, they don't concentrate on those aspects. No. They know that every kid has a weakness and a strength, and they concentrate on the strength. I have also worked at a daycare. This is to tell you that they start from the beginning when the child is still a toddler, and they start studying the child. Especially in the daycare, you have about, maybe you can have like 10 kids in a class or in a group, and you have about 4 caregivers. This is because each caregiver is entitled to 2 or 3 kids. This way you're able to concentrate on a kid. You know his or her strengths. You know what the child is talented to do in the future. You know, you start from that age. That way you can give accurate reports. You can write about the child. You can take note if this child is going through any kind of abuse, if this child is happy at home, if this child is having any kind of disorder. You are able to diagnose such things as a caregiver, not as a doctor. You are able to be very, very accurate. So from that stage, that's how they groom the kids up until they get into peruskoulu and maybe, you know, go further to high school and college and all that. So here in Finland, there is no less than smart students. There is no too smart students. You know, everybody is like, okay. And they don't give their students credits based off of tests and exams. No, that's not what they look at when it comes to saying that this student is smart or this student is stupid. No. Yes, of course, it is a requirement in every school or every educational system for students to write exams and tests, but that's not what they base their focus on. They base their focus on other things as far as the kids are concerned. So that alone is a very, very good point when it comes to this country. And then the next thing I'm going to tell you is now the nature. Finland has one of the cleanest air. In fact, Finland has the cleanest air in the whole world. Yes, I'm going to tell you that. It was declared last year, and it's true. The reason being that, in my opinion, is because Finland has not really been affected by global warming. And I feel like, honestly speaking, I'm going to tell you, half of this country is made up of trees. The country is super big, but has a population, an aging population of about 5.5 million all over. So you can see that there is so much nature. Finland has 188,000 and over lakes. Everywhere you go in this country is a lake. I mean real lakes, beautifully made lakes, natural lakes. And yeah, all those things just help to keep the air very clean. So much unexploited land, so many trees that you can be living from a city to another, and on the way you don't see any house. You literally look at trees on your way until when you get into that city, and then you start seeing houses. I'm not exaggerating, that's the truth about Finland. So yeah. And then another thing I'm going to tell you guys is the social system in this country is super good, to the extent that I have never seen somebody sleeping on the streets here. Unlike other countries in Central Europe, France, Germany, Belgium, Holland, you walk on the streets, you walk through the train stations, you walk around the airports, you see people sleeping there with their kids, you see people sleeping there with their entire families, and that's where they live. Like with everything they own, they sleep on the streets, literally. Here, I have never seen it. And it's because once you are here in Finland, whether as an asylum seeker, whether as a Finn, whether as a residence permit owner, you have somewhere to sleep. Everybody has a house. That's the truth. Everybody has a house. Even if you are not working, they pay for your house, and then they give you small chopping money, like I said. So even the junkies here that are living large, not living large as in large, but they have houses. You hardly see somebody that has gone, like, is irresponsible to the extent that does not have a house. And you may ask that, but how do they do this? They do this because they have very high taxes. Their taxes here are very high, but I'll get into that in a minute. And if you are like a Finnish citizen where you were born here and you're gonna die here, like for the Oibo people here, you know, when you're young, that life is sweet. They pay for your housing, they pay your rent, they give you small chopping money. You know, these junkies around, you see them, they take their chopping money, they drink, and that's all they do. Maybe they do a little bit of drugs and all that. But where it gets to you is during your old age. I've worked in an old people's home before, and when you work there, you see the people that work during their early parts of their lives. They, you know, their rooms are better off. You really feel money. And you see those people that were wasting their lives. You look at how they share rooms with other people. You go into an old people's home and you see like 4 people sharing a room or 3 people sharing a room. That's where they leave it. You know, they can give you all these things now that you're young and you're enjoying it and you're not working, thinking you're doing yourself, because the routine here is that at the end of the day you will still find yourself in the old people's home. It's not like Africa where we take care of our old people. No, here as you just get old, start going you there. Yes, just start going there because so yes, that's another thing. The last and final point that is on my head now that I can tell you people about Finland is that it's one of the safest countries that I have lived in and that I know. Yes, it's safe politically and it's safe. It's really safe, as in you hear of these terrorist attacks, you know, bombs here and there, people killing people going into schools and shooting and all that. I've never heard of that in Finland. You know, you can hear of rapes here and there, of course. You can hear of people fighting here and there, but you know, something like a major thing like a terrorist attack, I've never heard. The country is really politically stable and all that. Oh, and before I go, let me talk about finances, because that's a very important point too as well. I know. When it comes to money, people will ask, is Finland rich? Is like, Finland is a rich country. Yes, I can't lie. It's a rich country, but the standards of living is super high. So there is money, you work. No matter the kind of job you do, you work, you see your money, but you also pay bills, because the life is like, it's a high life. It's a high class life. High standards of living. Things are super expensive. Even when I live here and I go to other countries to visit, I feel the difference. I feel the difference when I go for shopping. I feel the difference when I buy food. I feel the difference when I go to buy provisions, you know. So the difference is very clear. You can have the meanest job, the meanest job here in Finland, and you make enough money to take care of yourself and save. And because there is not much of a social life here, so socialization here is like 10%. You have the ability to save money because you don't have too many events that you go to spend money. You don't have too many parties that you go to spend money. You don't have the need to buy clothes. You know, if you're not like me, Of course, I'm a shopaholic. I like, I like shopping for no reason. If you're not like me, you can actually save money on all those things. So yeah, that's another good thing about Finland. If you work here, you can save your money, but you also have so many bills to pay because the standards of living here is super high. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna stop this video here, and I'll make a whole different video on the things that I hate about Finland, because that too will be another interesting one, and I would like to share that with you guys. There are always two sides to a coin, and the other side of this story you really like to hear. So if you want me to give details of any of the points that I'm giving here, you just let me know, and I will deliver to you guys. So before I go, stay pretty, stay slaying, and always smile. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video, and bye guys.